Hello everybody, it is Ebontis. Happy New Year. It is January 2nd. We got a new week. We are on week 6 of Season of the Wish. And we got 4 cats. Now, I went into the coil. Cell of Sycophant is on the second path, and it is still not in there. So I'm pretty sure this thing is just fully bugged, not in there, something. They might just auto-complete this triumph for us later on. So don't worry about that one. I looked, still doesn't seem to be there. Some people found the Spine of Keres cat last week, but now they are all very much officially available. You work on all of these areas for part of the quest anyway, so you may as well do each of these, and the Confluence I'll show you. So the order is going to go Spine, Harbinger, Gardens, and then the Confluence. So let me show you where the 4 cats are for week 6. Alright, so the first location we've got this week is going to be the Spine of Keres. Spine of Keres, if you land in the Devilian Mists, and you head north, and then when you kind of get to that little crystal pier opening structure, you'll drive through that one, jump across, a couple of the rocks, and you'll get to this point here. So when you see the big tower, I would call it a tower, it's just a Dreaming City tower, you're gonna go just literally up the stairs inside of it, and it's where you actually would interact with the weekly mission. Haven't done this in like 6 years, so it's a little rusty. And those things up above are the things you can shoot for the weekly quest to give you like 25 of the fragments or something. But yeah, just follow the staircase up to the right, rotate around, you don't have to grab that. And then as you work your way up, you're going to get to a point where you got a Techian, and then you've also got the Starcat sitting right next to you over on the right side right here. So it'll say you lack an offering, which isn't a big deal. You get to that part later. Approach the cat, give the cat a gift. Now, when I approach the cat, I actually talk to the Techian first. Then when you're done interacting with the Techian, then you can give the cat, present it a gift or just interact with it, and you should be good. So this is the first cat for at least me this week for the Spine of Keres.
Until we have news.
Alright, the second cat I found was in the Gardens of Esila. So the Gardens of Esila is going to be, you go to the Strand, and then you enter the Strand and then go south, and you go through the tunnels, and you're over in this section here. All of this whole area, you're going to come in from over there, pass through all of this, under the bridge, and you're kind of at this section here. As you kill the enemies, you'll come over here, and if you're looking for the combatants to get the Harbinger, Seclude, to get all that stuff to drop, there's quite a few in here. There's one literally right above where we're going to find it. But for the cat, it's over here. And this bridge, as you head to kind of loop around, you're going to want to actually tuck right underneath it. And as you get close, you see it. Right down here is your cat for the Gardens of Esila. Alright, so the next cat we're going to be looking for is going to be Harbinger Seclude and likes to spend time with friends. I don't know if it's a friend, if it's where it's at, kind of a statue. But Harbinger Seclude, in case you don't really know, it's Ray Sylvia here, go through the big tunnel in the back and go all the way back this direction. Eventually, you probably kind of fall off the map for an icon. But if you pass through kind of the tunnels and corridors and stuff like that, you'll see this looking area. Kind of have an abomination through here. You'll have some ads, and what we're actually going to do is go all the way down to the very bottom, where you used to have to exchange the berry and bow for the tincture and everything else. I'm just going to kill a few of these guys on the way. And the easiest thing to do is come underneath, back here, and then depending on if you've gone up or down this thing, it should be just a quick fall all the way to the bottom. Just catch your fall. At least you can't die this way now. And minus a few ads in here. Here, I'll kill the ads just so we have a good point of reference. Really? Okay. So if you're facing this way, you've got one on the left and one on the right once you're on this center platform. Go to the one on the left where the statue, the little skull statue, is facing to the right. And you're going to be looking right behind it, and this is where you're going to find this guy. What if I max out? There we go. Okay. So I had to max out, but that is the gift. That is Harbinger Seclude. Yes, when you come back here, if you have old berry and bow, you might have to give this guy some of them so you can actually interact, but once you actually can be ignored, at some point you should be able to interact with the cat back here. That was just a little broken for whatever reason. Alright, so the final cat for this week, unless I do track down the cell of Sycophant, which was the busted one last week, is going to be probably the longest journey from a place to give you guys a tour for. So when you land, jump on your Sparrow, and we're going to go back to the Spine of Keres area. But we're going all the way down to the entrance of the Shattered Throne. So if you haven't ever done this manually, which I would imagine there's plenty of you who have not, this is going to be a little bit of a walk. Yeah, drive better than I did, but yeah. drive over here, jump across, and then you guys can actually see how we used to have to get to the dungeon. I don't even think you could... I'm trying to remember if it was even on the director back then, and I can't remember if it was. They've made some nice quality of life changes in the past, I don't know, 6 years? Things are a little different. So once you get to this area with the crystals and the enemies, go left, and then you're going to do a quick U-turn right around this right pillar down here. And we're going to follow this all the way in. And the cat's just sitting at the entrance to the Shattered Throne. There's just not a way to get to the entrance to the Shattered Throne manually without just walking here. Go through your portal, turn to the left, and you'll see all the way down this corridor where the cat's going to be. These will be the 4 cats this week. I'm going to try and find the Cell of Sycophant one. I can. If not, no big deal, I guess, but we'll see. Yeah, just keep going truly straight. Once you make that first left, once you get in here, you're in the Confluence area, obviously. And just keep running, and then all the way down here at the end. The long, old OG Shattered Throne entrance. Right here in the middle of the ley line, maybe? Or at least one of these lines, is Kitty. This is Starcat number 4 for week 6. And that wraps up week 6 for your cats. So Spine, Harbinger, Gardens, and Confluence. Looks like we've got one next week. Don't know where that's going to be. And then the Cell of the Sycophant still seems to be busted. So I'm going to go figure out what's up with the Catalyst this week for Wishkeeper. And that'll be my next video. But for now, enjoy your Starcat locations, and hopefully this one helped you. If it did, drop a like below, leave a comment, say hello, find me on Twitch or Twitter, and I'll see you guys very soon.